Hello, fellow peasants. Tonight I'll be reviewing 1988's Child's Play. Okay, guys, so I just got done watching Child's Play. This film came out in 1988. What's it about? It's basically about the serial killer. He's on the run from the law. He's hiding out in this toy store at the beginning of the film. He gets shot. He's damn near close to dying, and he uses a voodoo ritual to put his soul into the body of a toy. And later on in the film, a mother buys that same exact toy for her 6-year-old's birthday party, and from there on he's trying to kill everybody and take over the body of the 6-year-old son. He doesn't want to be stuck in the doll forever. So, what do I like? What do I not like? What I like is the effects on the Chucky doll, his facial expressions, the way he moves, everything about it. I'm not going to go into detail here, but what they managed to do in 1988 with the Chucky doll, the physics and everything, with his facial movements and him running around, walking, grabbing things. When he catches on fire at the end and he's running around and he's burnt to a crisp and his face is all melty but he can still talk and move. I mean, all that is just super impressive, especially for the time. I knew the Muppets and stuff like that were around at the time, but this is like next level animatronic type stuff, and I really was impressed by that. Next is just the general concept. I like the idea of a killer using witchcraft or voodoo, whatever, to put his soul into the body of a doll, and then the doll's alive and wanting to murder people. That's just a creepy, really sinister concept, and I think it works really well for a horror film. I think in general, in theory, it's a great concept. And what else do I like? I like the ending in terms of some of the tension, like when they're wanting to catch him on fire and then he's on fire and then he's charred and he keeps coming back and he's trying to stab him. And you think he's gone, but he's not. He pops out of the wall and grabs that one guy. And then they finally shoot him in the heart. And then my praise ends there. I don't really like much else about the film. So what do I not like about Chucky? I don't like how it looks. I think it looks too made for TV. I think the cinematography is very subpar for this film. It just looks like every typical film from the late 80s, early 90s. It just looks made for TV. The acting's not very good. The way the film is shot isn't very good. Just the camera angles and the lenses used, it just feels cheap. It feels like a TV special, that you're watching, like a 2-parter over the course of a couple nights and it's over. This doesn't feel like a theatrical release, in my opinion, in terms of the way that it looks and the acting quality here. Another thing I don't like is the setting. I'm not a big fan of large urban settings like Chicago, New York, or anything like that for a horror film. I'm more of a fan of suburban settings, rural settings, even just small towns in general. I'm not a big fan. I don't know why that is, but I just don't care for large metropolitan area horror films. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why I never really cared for the original Candyman film. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Another thing I don't like about the film is, I know this is a nitpick, but I don't really give a shit. The mom works at like a jewelry counter at some like Macy's or something like that in the movie. And for the love of God, like, I know that this is typical in movies, but they really got to quit doing this shit. Like, there's no way she in New York City affords the apartment she has. Like, with a job like that, she would have like a 1-bedroom or studio apartment. Okay. She's living in like a 3 or 4 bedroom apartment. I mean, she's living in like a 2,000 square foot apartment on working some desk job at Macy's. And it just seems a little unrealistic. Now, I get it. This is a movie about a serial killer soul going into a doll, so that's not realistic either. But just the setting, like, I don't know. It just kills me in these movies. Like, there's no way she could afford that. Like, make this more realistic. Like, this would be so much more relatable, or like you would feel more sympathy for her working this like shitty job. If she was just like in a 1-bedroom or studio apartment, as opposed to like having this like really nice apartment that would probably be very, very expensive for what she does for a living. What else did I not like? The ending. None of the shit makes any sense about. I mean, I like the ending, like I said, in terms of like Chucky keeps coming back, the effects of his face melting, like all that is cool. But at the same time, like you gotta shoot him in the heart. The voodoo guy said you gotta shoot him in the heart. He's like part human or something. He's not fucking like, oh come on, like I can suspend my disbelief that his soul went into the body of the doll. Okay, I can go there, I guess. But why is he bleeding now? Like, and why does he have a heart? Like, he's growing tissue. He's growing like bodily organs now, and he's got blood. Like the plastic doll has now manifested like bodily parts, human parts. And like that, like when Chucky first gets shot or stabbed or whatever in the movie, I think he gets shot in the leg or something in the film, and he bleeds, and I'm just like, why is Chucky bleeding? He's like, if anything, Chucky would be scarier if you couldn't damage him, right? I mean, like you could damage him, like you could break the plastic, break his shitty little plastic arm off or something like that. But for him to be bleeding and like bleeding out like he's got arteries or something, like I don't know. I know it's like, it sounds nitpicky, but all in all, what would I rate Child's Play on a 1 to 10 scale? I would probably give Child's Play a 4 out of 10. I didn't really enjoy the film a whole lot. I wouldn't watch it again. Anything below 5 on my scale is probably never going to watch that again. 5 to me is like, you just went over the suck line. You know, you were entertaining just enough to not turn it off. And I know I didn't turn this off, but it doesn't deserve a 5, because a 5, in my opinion, means I'll probably watch it again. And this doesn't warrant a second watch, in my opinion. I don't feel too bad that I haven't watched this movie before. If any of you guys really love Child's Play and you're big fans of it, I can see why you would like it. I can see why it has its fans, you know, especially like what little bit I know about the sequels in this franchise. Chucky gets a little more entertaining. Like, some people love the sequels more than they love the original. You know, I know Cody Leach, who's a other YouTuber here on YouTube. He loves the Chucky franchise. You know, he's a big Chucky fan, and I respect it. Whatever you like what you like, but I don't like it. I don't dig it, and that's just my verdict. But that's it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of Child's Play. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you never seen it? Do you think it's overrated? Do you think it didn't deserve like however many sequels it has? I don't know. All right, guys. Have a good one, peasants. Peace out. Bye-bye.